Hello and welcome everyone to Women's Speakers Association WSA TV. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer of Women's Speakers Association's WSA TV. And today we have a fabulous show. In fact, let me share my screen with you so you can see our beautiful speakers today who are experts in the area of conquering fear. I'm a digital media and marketing strategist, and I'm here in San Diego, and we've got an international crowd today for you. So without further ado, I want to get to our speakers, our experts today, and have them share a little bit about themselves, and then we'll get into today's topic because it's a deep one, conquering your fear so you can flourish. I mean, if we can get over our fears, ladies and gentlemen, we can get over anything. We can do anything, and women are doing that very powerfully today. So let's go ahead and say hello to Galit. And I'm going to unmute you, Galit. So give me 1 second. Hi, Galit.
Hi, Laura. Thank you so much for having me today. So I am actually in Las Vegas, and I am a women empowerment and business mentor. And you can find out more about me at Galit Empowering You. So it's just the letter U.com.
Wonderful. So glad to have you here. And let's say hi to Margot. Hi, Margot.
Hi, Laura. First, thanks for having me on the show. I'm just so happy to be here and Galit to be talking with you. My name is Margot Sandy. I am a product development engineer, and you can find more about me at www.margotsandy.com. I also have a book called If You Build It, Life Will Come, and I'm actually in Colombia right now. I've been traveling for a bit, and I'm in Medellin, Colombia.
Oh, well, we do have an international team here today to help everyone conquer fear. So thank you for being here, ladies. And let's jump right in. You know, one of the biggest stoppers in life, you might agree, is our fear. And sometimes we don't even know it. So I'm wondering from each of you, what advice do you have for our viewers to get over their fear and to flourish? Galit, let's go to you first.
So first of all, with my clients, fear is usually the number one reason why they're not accomplishing their goals or starting their own business. So for me, it's a really big one. And so what I've done is I've actually worked with my clients to turn fear into determination. And the way that I do that with them is I tell them to dig deep into that place. And I always look here, Laura, where you feel that fear and it's so strong and it's so determined to stop you. So I work with them to allow themselves to feel the fear, because you want to feel it and you want to go through it. You don't want to just kind of sweep it under the carpet. And then recognize how powerful it is and have it drive you. And the way that you do that is you recognize that I have a choice. I have a choice to let this stop me, or I have a choice to let this drive me. And that's where we work to turn it into determination to push them.
I love that, because when you identify it, then you can use it. If you sweep it, you can't. I mean, that's what you're saying. Brilliant. So everyone breathe that in, like turning your fear into determination. It's powerful. I once had a therapist say to me, do you know what the difference between fear and excitement is? Just a breath.
There you go.
All right. So there's my little tip for turning fear into excitement. So Margot, let's go to you and learn from you your wisdom of conquering fear and flourishing.
I would just say trying new things and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. I mean, I've been traveling now for 7 months. I've been all over the world, 5 different continents, and just trying new things has actually helped me craft a life that I truly want. And that's everything from zip lining in Costa Rica. The other day, I went scuba diving in the Mediterranean. I was scared out of my mind, but it taught me a lot about myself and kind of the next step and other things that I want to try as well. So that's helped me.
The fear and do it anyway. It's powerful, and going outside your comfort zone is truly empowering. You know, what I'm getting from you is when the more you step outside, the more you feel you can do. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Cool. And by your travels, it sounds like you're doing that a lot, because traveling will take you outside your comfort zone big time.
It's scary. It's very scary.
Well, congratulations on your moving outside of that, because my guess is you're probably flourishing, right? Both of you. So speaking of helping people flourish, let's talk about you. Who do you work with? What do you do for them? What are you really passionate about doing with your clientele? Who is that, by the way, Galit? Let's go to you.
So my clientele is women. I love working with women. I love men too, but I choose to work with women. I always say that, right, Margot? Because people go, what's wrong with men? So my clientele really is the woman that is choosing either to take her current business to the next level, I call it up leveling, or she's passionate about something and she just doesn't know how to turn that into something that she does or starts her own business. And typically, as we're talking about, fear is the number one thing that's stopping a lot of these women from going ahead and doing what they love and working for themselves. So that really is the client that I work with.
Wonderful. And do you have a story of how you helped someone do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have a woman that came to me. She's 52 years old. She's worked in an industry for 26 years in sales. She was laid off for whatever reason in her company, and she had this passion for photography. And she always imagined herself being a photographer, but she was always told that it could never be a flourishing business. So she came to me, and I'll never forget the day that we sat down and we started working on her domain. And she was so excited, and she came up with this amazing domain. And I literally stopped everything we were doing, got on the computer, and had her purchase the domain so she could see that first step to finally owning her own business. And it was so powerful. And we talk about how emotion is involved with passion. And she just immediately started crying. And it took everything that I was, because a lot of times I end up crying with my clients too. So in that moment, and that is actually my love, helping women turn their dreams into a reality and realizing that they can. And as Margot said, getting in the uncomfortable and breaking through that fear.
Hmm. I would imagine there was a lot of fear in that particular story, and most of them.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
so, having someone to guide you is really empowering, and sometimes it makes it all the less fearful. Like it sounds
absolutely.
like she could buy that domain and get the courage to do that and to start her own business, because not only were you cheering her on, but you were proving to her it's possible.
Yes, that believing in somebody is a huge part of it. It's fear and then it's believing in yourself. Those really are the things that I work with my clients on, aside from the logical tools.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. And speaking of tools and helping people, let's go over to Margot. And Margot, tell us about who your clientele is, what do you help them do, and what are you passionate about?
Well, first, I feel like Galit and I should be aligned somehow in business because we're so similar in what we do and who we work with. Um, I'm passionate about working with entrepreneurs and inventors and people that have an idea, in the simplest words. If you have an idea, I can help you turn that into a tangible product. And that's what really gets me excited, just helping someone with their dreams, and it's more in the physical sense of turning an idea into something tangible, but that's what I'm excited about.
And that's not easy for most people. So, can you share a story about how you help people do that?
Sure. I mean, creating things, I could talk for days about that. But seeing kind of the impact of something that you've created is what my story is really about. A number of years ago, I was working in this orphanage in Brazil, and this man walked in, and he had this whole bag of toys. He opened the bag, he pulled out this Fisher Price Laugh and Learn table, and it was something that I had helped work on several years ago, and so many of my coworkers had touched it along the way, and just seeing those kids and their faces light up, it just kind of struck a chord with me and planted a seed that I want to pick projects that are impactful and help people create things like that. So that's a little bit about me and my story.
I love that. Seeing your product in life and making a difference with people, and then now helping people to bring their products to life. I mean, I bet people have to go through a lot of fear to do that.
Oh, absolutely. It's scary. I mean, if you just have a sketch that you've been thinking about for who knows how long, and you have no idea what to do with that. And that's kind of where I come in and I guide you and I develop the product and make sure that it's right for the people that you're providing the product for. And it's just I'm here as your I guess product mentor.
I love it. And who, again, like Galit and you're on the team. You're making it less fearful. You're helping guide people. You're giving them the courage. And like Galit also said, and you said, you have the tools, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom. I mean, being a product engineer, you have that experience of bringing big scale projects to market, so you can help anyone do that. And then not only that, you go around the world and you help people do it. So that's really awesome. I want to remind everybody, I'm just going to share my screen one more time so people can see your websites and be in touch with both Galit and Margot. We do have one more question, but be sure to reach out to them. They're amazing resources for helping you conquer your fear and flourish. So, and of course, the notes will have your contact information, your websites in the show notes here on YouTube as well. And shout out to those of you who are watching today. Thank you for being here. And we got some comments. Tracy says, always love the synergy that's here. And she goes, that's so cool, Margot. And we have someone who says, Margot develops physical products and she's and she quoted you, taking your idea and turning it into a tangible product. And we also have comments for Galit. I love Galit. So we got a lot of fans here. That was you. It was somebody on our leadership team, actually. It might have even been Gail as well. So it's just really fun to have all of you here. And, this is what we do in Women Speakers Association. We bring women together to showcase them and to bring out the resource that they are to others. So we want to know what you love about Women Speakers Association. What prompted you to join? And let me unmute you, Galit, so we can have you weigh in on what do you love about Women Speakers Association?
So for me, everything that I do today aligns with my purpose, which is women supporting women. And when I started researching Gail and also WSA, it was just a no-brainer for me. It was women supporting women to get on stage, in a sense, to speak your message and have a voice. And that is everything that I believe in. And I also work with women to do that, to help them find their voice, tell their story, and share it to inspire others. So I myself am just in love with this organization. The support I've gotten and the support I continue to get and the tools and also the classes and just everything is just amazing. It's the first place I go to share something exciting about a speaking engagement. It's like the first place I want to go share because I know everybody just is so excited for me.
We love cheering you on as well.
I love it.
It's great. So it's so good to have you here. And Margot, tell us about what prompted you to join Women Speakers Association and what you love.
Well, first I was looking for a place to share my corny jokes, and but in all seriousness, it's a great organization, and there's so many great women in this group, and I consider myself a sponge. I'm just trying to soak it all up and learn from the people in this group, and I'm just glad to be a part of such a fantastic organization.
And we're really glad to have you and your corny jokes, because that's another value you bring to us is humor and delight. So it's been, a wonderful time here together, and I don't want it to end, but we do have other things to go get on with our day. We want to help people, to encourage you all to conquer your fear and flourish. Be in touch with Margot and Galit. Come back for another episode of Women Speakers Association's WSA TV. Oh, and by the way, if you want to be a part of our community, get some of those corny jokes and get the support for your getting on stage, we do that. JoinWSA.com is the place you can find us. We have a free level of membership waiting for you, or you can, of course, upgrade to the premier level, and we'll help get you more visibility like we're doing today with Galit and Margot. So we'll see you next time on Women Speakers Association, WSA TV. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Hi, Mom.
Bye.